I had to hook up all the audio, so it wouldn't have been worth recording it anyways.
Okay.
And now I don't even know if I'm gonna leave that in there because I really don't feel like putting it in a beep for the F-bomb that dropped in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. You know what? You cuss so much. It's like I don't even notice.
I know.
We both do.
Yeah, that's kind of like the whole point of it, right? I mean, we tell Lucas, our son, that they're grown-up words, not bad words, because I mean, technically, like kind of like Thor said, all words are made up. So it's not until someone gives them a bad intent that they're technically bad, in my mind.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Cool. Anyways, as I'm sitting here checking all these awful freaking messages and turning off the jaw while that keeps talking, I guess we could go ahead and throw up our intro video, guys. Welcome to the Daily Cup of Genre, the entertainment everything podcast here on the Genreverse Podcast Network and LRM's YouTube channel, brought to you by the good folks over at Grow Generation, where the pros do indeed go to grow. And we talk about everything here, guys. Star Wars, Marvel, Twitter, whatever's going on in the entertainment world. I'm Kyle Malone. This is my wife, Christine.
Hello.
And please do follow us on whatever audio podcast you're listening app you're listening on, as well as hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Check out LRMonline.com and Genreverse.com every day for all of you guys' entertainment news, needs, and opinions. Whew. I remember once I wanted to, and I even had videos where all of that was said, right? And I could just play it, and I was like, that's kind of lazy, and I like kind of like cold opens and things like that, and so it's changed.
Considering how much you say, I would have to have it all written down, and I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and read this.
I used to.
I would forget it all the time. I don't think I'd ever get used to it. It's a lot.
Every time we add a podcast or another section to the website or whatever, I have to.
Yeah, something new and fresh, and you got to remember to say it.
And I used to have to write it down, but it's all fun now. Now, we missed yesterday. Not too big a deal. I was dealing with a lot of narcolepsy issues all day long, and Nick and I did not get to record Marvel Multiverse Mayhem, which we're reviewing Spider-Man 1.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys saw me roll my eyes. I'm sorry. It just doesn't hold up.
Yeah, I mean, some things don't age well, and and it depends on the person on whether or not they like it, even if it doesn't age well, because some people are like, well, I kind of like how cheesy it is,
Yeah. And don't get me
work for you.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I appreciate like what it did and what it meant, and we wouldn't get a lot of the movies where we have them now if Raimi hadn't said, what if Spider-Man was real, and tried to kind of make it more grounded, despite the Power Ranger the villain outfit Green Goblin had, which if you kind of think about it in reality, we would emulate the villainry we saw in entertainment. So it kind of makes sense that someone going batshit nuts would dress up like a Power Ranger villain, because that's what would be available.
Yeah.
Even though they tried to make it out like the suit was a high tech thing. Anyways. So yeah, Nick and I should hopefully be recording that today for you guys, hopefully later tonight, if not tomorrow. Yeah. What's up with you?
Not much. Same old.
What'd you watch yesterday? Something new.
Sex Education. Yeah, I started watching that. It was on the list.
I was gonna help you out with that since you were talking.
Yeah, it was it was on the list of stuff that I wanted to watch for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Just there's so many things to watch. Life gets busy, so it's like, okay, eventually I'll watch it. But now it's like season 3 is out, and I'm like, get your shit together. Go ahead and watch it. And that's the thing. It's like I'm constantly playing catch up, and I think a lot of people are. But yeah, I'm liking it. I want to watch more. And
Did you finish the first season?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
I think I'm on episode 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd seen it several times and thought to myself, oh, that looks like Charlie Bartlett for sex. Yeah, for those that might not have seen that movie, Charlie Bartlett starred Anton Yelchin. Did I say it right?
I have no idea, but we'll go with it.
The guy that played nuclear vessels in the Abrams Star Trek. He's a kid that's dealing with behavioral health issues and learns to manipulate his doc to get meds, and then proceeds to give psychological help to his students. Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. Kat Dennings is in it. It's good, fun movie.
The difference is, what's his face? Yeah, Otis is not popular.
Yeah.
You just said the name.
Charlie Bartlett.
Thank you. Charlie is popular. He becomes popular.
Yeah.
And, people, love him. He's huge in the school. But yeah, I'm not getting that here just yet. Obviously I don't know everything, because there are 3 seasons. And I'm just on episode 5, so I'll see more of it. But yeah, it's not like he's the center of the school.
No, just in the idea that
he will
giving
start advice.
Advice based on his own either personal experience or treatment with his mom being the sex therapist. That's what I'm getting at.
He has 0 experience.
He does, but he's getting he's doing the whole advice thing, and I'm sure it's going to come to bite him in the ass and in some legal way and in some future thing, because that's just kind of how those stories usually play out, like they did in that one movie.
Charlie Bartlett.
Yeah.
I know, we're both forgetting. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, it looked funny. It was just one of those things where it's like, given the modern day, and while I have no issue with adult topics or straight up adult rated videos to each their own, it's kind of like the horror series aspect. It's like, I can see this being good and funny, but could I watch 4 or 5 hours of it? And that's kind of why I've not watched it. And just afraid that I might be bombarded with too much bathroom humor. And it's like, it's great when it's in a hour and a half format, but
yeah, it's not for everyone.
Yeah,
you should give it a try, because I mean, it's high school stuff, and I think
never ends.
So I know it's like we're not in high school, but I mean, it doesn't have that. It's set in high school, but it doesn't have that. No offense, but that CW young adult teen type feeling. Yeah. Yeah, I hate to throw that out there. It works well, and it doesn't make me feel old. And where it's like, oh yeah, this is, that kind of feeling that you get like when you're like, oh yeah, I'm, in my 20s, close to it. But then it's like you see what 20-year-olds are like. You're like, no, I'm in my 30s and I'm okay with it. It's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my man, you're one of those almost right smack in the middle of our generation. I think like 1990, 91 is like the middle, but you're 88, and so you kind of get to, you're not too, neither one of us are too far removed from high school where we can't remember what it was like dealing with legit sex ed in school, let alone sex ed from our friends and sex ed from personal experience. And I'm not gonna get into everyone's details on the interwebs, but it's a universal thing. Everyone essentially, and we're speaking in generalities common. The majority of humans deals with sexual attraction, the funny feelings inside, and
learning different things, learning how to cope with certain things,
dealing with various different types of parents, because you might have a friend whose parents are super neat, clean, even uptight. Let's just call it uptight.
Little bit.
But then you'll have another friend whose parents are barely home. They could do almost anything they want. No, my parents are usually home. I mean, well,
you pretty much could do whatever you want.
I could do, but that's because I didn't get caught doing bad things.
Yeah.
But so I guess like that was the appealing part of it, is like even in the trailer, there's certain lines, and I saw it a while ago, and I've seen clips since, but I could be like, yeah, I can remember thinking that or hearing conversations like that, and but like I said, it's like, is it a series, or would I prefer it in a movie?
I like the series part of it, and yeah, I mean, it is something that, like, obviously I don't relate to it now, but it's like, oh yeah, I remember back then, and it feels like, you know, it kind of hits the past, and I've been enjoying it, and yeah, although I don't have, I don't know anyone who had like parents like Otis, like his mom, but you know, there's still like different types of people, different family backgrounds, and I feel so bad for the character Adam, because he's got such a shit father. So, you know, and that's like one of the things I'm hoping to see more of him grow, and, you know, because it's like you're already on a bad path in your dad's eyes. You know, you I won't say what exactly he did, but he did something bad. Everyone hates him for it. He had been struggling with something that he got advice from Otis, but took it wrong, and that was the bad thing. Yeah. And then bad grades, and you're just hearing this dad just yell at him and scream at him all the time, and it's just like, you're a bad parent. Like, he can't even get a single word in to explain, because like the dog goes missing, their family dog goes missing, and it's not his fault. But he can't get that out because his dad won't ever shut the hell up. So at least, like, you know, my dad was strict, but he listened to me. So it's like, he just like, oh man, I feel for you. Yeah, you're an a-hole, but hoping that changes.
Oh, so we'll see. That's the other thing that can drag those types of series down, is the drama side of it, because high school never ends. In 17 years of the army, it was still a high school. Popular kids versus unpopular kids, pretty kids versus unpretty kids. That's your popularity is the same, but pretty is like PT studs versus non-PT studs, and things like that. I mean, and
I'm sure college is a lot like that too, a little bit, you know. But yeah, even outside of the military, outside of college, I'm sure there's still examples to where it's like, you know,
a
different type of hierarchy. But yeah,
everyone I know says the same thing. High school doesn't, and that's why we like visiting shows like that. That's why all of us adults, here we are, you know, 10, 15, 20, oh God, almost 20 years removed from high school, and we could all still pop on Van Wilder, or fuck it, go back even further, something like a Porky's, or not Bachelor Party, Animal House, and all those like teen movies, and we can enjoy them and get kicks out of it, and it's a lot of fun.
Although it is different, because now, like, I remember, like, we had even talked about it before I even started watching the show. Like, we were talking about the differences of like being a kid and being an adult, and how, you know, being an adult is really hard. And it's like, but you get to have stuff like cake for breakfast,
yeah.
and it's like my mom dictated a lot of like, no, you can't have that for breakfast, but here, have some pancakes with sugary syrup all over.
On
yeah,
it.
and I'm like, I'm just gonna drown it.
This bowl of Rice Krispies with 4 tablespoons of table sugar added to it.
Yeah. Although one time, like my brother and I were like, you want to have garlic bread for breakfast? And my mom was like, sure, whatever, just do it. So it wasn't too bad, but yeah, it's obvious you couldn't like have cupcakes for breakfast, but
being
so a little more freedom.
Being an adult has its pluses. I guess we could carry on to a little thing that I do want to talk about today. Today, the Disney Plus Latin America Twitter account kind of came out and stirred up some controversy. So for those that might be social media illiterate like myself, I learned yesterday that this Twitter trend, or maybe it's a whole social media trend, of saying something that, putting a quote up that's a red flag, where if someone says this, hey, warning, you should be suspect of them. And the Disney Plus LA official to Twitter tweeted out something in Spanish, and we hit Google Translate for those that can't use their Latin-based English to deduce what I'm not going to try to pronounce it because of the stutter, but the latest Star Wars trilogy is the best. Red flag. Oh my god, did they start some crap, dude, people are mad.
And some people are supporting, obviously. You're
dude,
always going to get both.
This ratio, 53,000 likes to 9,000 quote tweets, which I'm guessing there's quite a few people posting haha, laugh. We could even check here in a second, retweets. But yeah, let's look at a few comments. Of course, nobody go on here and mess with anyone that you agree with or disagree with. This is a public forum. I'm not here to encourage any type of harassment, but this right here, that's kind of a funny thing. Hope you get fired for this one. It's possible, but Jorge in Espanol. It reminds me of first off the Spanish classroom in high school, but number two, the C3PO sketch from Robot Chicken.
Oh God, yeah, and he keeps screaming at him like
with the Thorian. I think it was an Thorian Spanish teacher, but
yeah.
Dawn here, Raylo Dawn, made a huge mistake talking about things being a huge mistake about the demographics on who's spending money on Disney Star Wars products. Okay, sure, those there are people spending money on Disney's Star Wars products, and they might be making a line towards youth, maybe a line towards Hispanics, Spanish-speaking peoples. Regardless, they're not selling a lot of toys, no matter what group is buying them.
Yeah, people in the comments were saying that
they go into it, and like I said, I don't want to do too much stuff, but look, we get into a bunch of Spanish ones, and but what do you say? The last trilogy is where there have been more complaints, but of course, how it is that you have done is the best. And I think if I'm trying to look at the Spanish a little bit more here, I'm guessing kind of what they're getting at is you're saying something ridiculous, especially since it's with your company, I'm guessing, or your group, but there are more complaints, but way to go, you're not supposed to call out your own company, basically. It's kind of what I'm getting from that. Yeah, it's this funny thing. Oh, this was funny because there was another Spanish tweet talking about the Last Skywalker coming out, a big, I think it's generational event people were talking about. That was language being used throughout all sorts of stuff. So, what do you think, Christine, about the fact that this has been up for two days? So Disney obviously is not making them take this down.
Yeah.
I don't want to do too much Cantina talk, because on the Cantina tomorrow, Cam and I will definitely be chit-chatting about this some more, but I don't know. What do you think about all this, Christine?
I don't know. I do find it hilarious. Yeah, I don't know, because it's so weird, because I mean they're still part of Disney Plus, and it's still up, and it's still being talked about, so it's like is Disney gonna make them take it down? I don't know.
So.
At this point it's probably not, but I gotta laugh.
The most I could see them doing is locking it to where there's no more liking or replying.
Yeah, maybe.
But regardless, like I said, we can look at some of these quote tweets based to Disney. Holy shit, ain't no way in heck. He just why do it that way? How the actual tweeted this? Just Revenge of the Sith is garbage. Why are I will use Latin Americans the most based people, since the overwhelming majority seem to want to use either Latina or Latina based on their culturally gendered language, I guess you would say. So I'll use Latin Americans, because several have asked to use that. And if you prefer something else, let me know, and I'll refer to you that directly. Translates to the latest Star Wars trilogy is the best. The admin is so going to get fired. So even there, like I said, you can see just right off the bat, just checking out the quote tweets, that a lot of the quote tweets are going to be in support of the same thing. That if you like the sequel trilogy, that's a red flag. But regardless, here's one thing, guys: 53,000 likes is still a drop in the fucking bucket. Like this doesn't. Yes, it's a sign that it is only a sign that it is a divisive topic, but it's not a sign that the majority of any group is behind or against this tweet. Because the simple fact is, there are hundreds of millions, if not potentially billions, of Star Wars fans across the planet. So 53,000, 150,000, 550,000 hearts on a tweet ultimately doesn't mean jack fucking shit.
True. And considering how many Spanish speaking countries there are in the world, yeah, that's still really low.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Even if all 50,000 were from just the United States, hell,
That's
if all
still
50,000 were just from the state of let's say Texas, it's still a drop in the bucket. So the sequel haters, yeah, guys, there's a lot of people that hate it. The sequel lovers, yeah, guys, there's a lot of people that love it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. But it does seem for certain that there are less people that actually love it, a whole lot of people that like different aspects, and then of course a group of people that hate it.
Yeah.
It's I don't think the extremes of love or the extremes of hate are the largest groups. I think the overwhelming majority of Star Wars fans that aren't like little kids just into like you know, people into lore and story and all that, the overwhelming majority of them, I think, have various issues with this sequel trilogy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mixed feeling, you know, where it's like, I like this part, I don't like this part. Because like for me, if I watch this Star Wars trilogy, you know, there's going to be chapters that I skip.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just, you know, me, where it's like, it's not worth watching again. But there are parts that I do enjoy, so.
Well, you know what I enjoy? Taking quick breaks so we can talk to our sponsors over at Grow Generation. God, I love it when segues just work so great like that. Guys, please take it away.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. For all of your cultivation needs, Grow Generation has the right products, service and staff to make your grow successful. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
Woo, it worked. Thank you, Grow Generation, for sponsoring the show. Everyone, please do check them out. Like I said, yes, there's certain things that they are geared towards helping people grow, but definitely check them out for all sorts of home and indoor, outdoor, and even I think they said commercial. I don't really cover commercial stuff too much, but there are commercial things there as well. So yeah, check it out. There was one other small story I kind of wanted to touch on today, and that deals with the upcoming Eternals movie and Kit Harington's Black Knight character. A lot of, well, we should say that this is a potential spoiler if you know absolutely nothing, and I mean, like, you're going into this and you want to know nothing. Okay, these are the producers came out and said this. I think they're trying to temper expectations. So if you want to know absolutely nothing, even though it's going to be all over the general public because it's not a leak, come back, check the timestamps down below, and then if not, here we go, guys. Kit Harington will not be getting the title of Black Knight or the Ebony Blade in the Eternals. In a interview with comicbook.com, the producer of the show, Dane Whitman, tells us you won't see the Ebony Blade in this movie. Moore said he's not going to be Black Knight necessarily, but that is something that we get to play with down the road. Christine, you were a fan of Game of Thrones. I know some people assumed that maybe Harrington would be heading over to the galaxy far away when D&D were supposed to do a trilogy of films over there. I think it was a trilogy, and that fell apart. And then we get word that he's going to actually be joining the MCU. Are you disappointed he won't be a superhero this time?
I'm not disappointed.
Tell us a little bit about, like, how little you know about the Eternals, as well as how little I know. Don't tell them how little I can already tell them how little I know. But, like, what is it like seeing something like this, where you don't actually know a lot, but you've heard the name, Black Knight, right? You knew that was the character he was supposed to be playing before this, right? So now that this is kind of pulled out from just in this case, casual Marvel knower, does that change your, like?
No, I'm still interested. For me, it's just kind of like, maybe it's like, is it a not yet?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That they play with it down the road.
Don't rush, because you'll make things sloppy. So if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work right now. So I'm fine with that. I was fine with just when I first watched the trailer and I saw him. Be fine if he was just, your average Joe. Like, I don't. He doesn't have to be someone big. As far as Kit Harington goes, like, as far the characters that he's playing. So for me, it's just like, okay, it's fine. We'll wait. I don't mind waiting.
And the only reason I posed the question to you like that is, this movie, unlike Guardians of the Galaxy, which did have names that were known, Pratt was relatively unknown, but big for Parks and Rec and a few other things. Zoe Saldana, of course, was already a big name, having been in Avatar, amongst other things. And Bradley Cooper was making a name for himself, and but Eternals, dude, it's nothing but big names. Yeah. Angelina Jolie's, Salma Hayek. Crap, I just had his name. Fuck.
Look it up.
crap. I can't. God damn it.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember his name.
Thank you.
Yeah,
he's also a big name than Kit Harrington. So I was kind of wondering, with people expecting, like I said, I think this is like a tempering of expectations. I was just kind of curious if that had an effect, because to me, it kind of, I'm kind of glad they came out and said this, because if I was going into this expecting us to get something pretty heavy handed, if not outright at the end of the day he's getting the blade or some shit. But and if I hadn't seen it, if they had not even mentioned, I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but you know, I think some people could be upset and be like, are you wasting him? Because like
I don't think that. It's just, it probably wouldn't feel right, you know. It's just like a little too rushed.
Yeah.
So
the only reason why is what Cam says, which is in the article on LRMonline.com. It's hard to envision any future yet for Eternals characters until fans see the movie, and that's 100% true. But what's more true is that I can't see a bunch of movies featuring Jolie and Hayek. You know, I can see a bunch of movies featuring Harrington, and so some of the other cast that are lesser knowns, and I don't know all the characters' names and stutter and stuff, so that's why I'm not trying to pronounce the things. But all of them have various levels that aren't those huge names. There have various levels of fame, and you can kind of see them tagging into other teams, other movies. But I mean, do you think can you see Jolie being a major player in the MCU for the next 5-10 years?
No. I kind of get this feeling, because like how they had the trailer start out was, you don't know who they are. They've been in the shadows. They have one job, and this job that they're doing next, you know, they're getting permission to do that. And then once it's done, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see them for a while. So I think that's very fitting. You know, I don't think it's like, let's have an Eternals 2 and 3 and 4 and you know, I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting them to, you know, save the day and go away.
Yeah, do their job, go home. I guess.
Pretty much.
I guess. Yeah. I guess you know what, it is Thursday, and we got two appointments today, so I guess we could kind of wrap things up. Tomorrow, Christine and I saw the new Scream trailer, and we as I teased last week, we're going to be talking about some slasher flicks and Scream itself. So that kind of lines up great. Barring any issues, we'll be doing Friday Frights tomorrow for you guys. With that, make sure you guys are checking out. I guess you know what, since it's easier now, go ahead and check out LRM and LRMonline.com and Genreverse.com. Every day, look, guys, a lot of really great things here. Stories out the ass, interviews out the ass, and podcasts out the ass. So if you like shit out the ass, which is usually how people prefer to shit, this is the place for you.
Oh my god,
that was awesome, right? Our YouTube channel, if I can get to it, because that's just general YouTube. Our YouTube channel has a lot of great things, including that awesome trailer that I made. Thanks to Toby and My Day at the Races for the music. All those great interviews, and the podcast do go up here as well, and the podcast network, guys, wherever you get your podcast from. Daily Cup of Genre, the Cantina, Marvel Multiverse Mayhem, Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast, and the Vision of Escaflowne on Anime-Versal Reviews this weekend. So yeah, check all of that out. There's social media information down below for myself and the websites and channel, all that good stuff. Christine, got anything else you want to say, put out, talk about, put
no.
out? Ha! Mia only.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing new going on with us right now except for what you just talked about. So, we're not going to be doing the No Mercy podcast until Cobra Kai comes out, but
can't wait.
Me as well. I'm very excited. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So
cool, guys. Well, with that, thank you so much for tuning in today. We really appreciate it, and yeah, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.